Is drop shipping still profitable in 2023? So we're about like 4 months from, the end of the year. And, I've been in the e-commerce game for technically going on about 4 to 5 years. But I never really kind of posted like, my journey or my experiences on YouTube, which I probably should have. And this channel would probably be so much bigger. But hey, I got social proof regardless. So hey, I got managing stores doing 6 figures a month, managing stores doing like 2 figures a month. But hey, one of the biggest things when it comes to the whole e-commerce space or making money online, a lot of people, particularly want to get into drop shipping, and a lot of gurus and a lot of people who sell the coaching of drop shipping are not really transparent with people. Guys, like when it comes to getting into drop shipping, if you don't have a steady income or money to put into the business, drop shipping is not really going to be profitable for you. And honestly, these days, drop shipping is not how it once was in like 2016. You can't just spend $5 a day and expect that you're going to get a ton of sales. I mean, it's possible, but it's highly unlikely in today's time. Now, was it possible, about 10 years ago? Yeah. But, it's 2023 now. Everybody knows what drop shipping is. Most profitable e-commerce brands use the drop shipping method once they get over a certain amount of revenue a month. So when it comes to things like, drop shipping and, just more so focusing on that to create income, if you pay attention, most people online who do start drop shipping end up moving into the coaching space and start, mentoring people on how to drop ship versus actually focusing and staying focused on drop shipping. Oftentimes you'll see them going to focusing on YouTube, coaching, drop shipping, or selling software as a service. Now, I say that to say is, realistically, most people who start drop shipping, 90% of people who start drop shipping in today's time is going to fail. And that's just the reality of things. And most people are not really profitable either. So, you always see people who, and I've been working with people, and I've been in, the e-commerce space for a while. And a lot of people are not really transparent. Just because you see a screenshot of somebody making $100,000, $130,000 a month, or even $10,000 a month, that's not all profit. Oftentimes, a lot of people are only profiting about 20 to 30%, which is still great profit margins. But, where you see people, claiming that they have made, 130 a month profit, which is possible, but it's highly unlikely from just the average person. A lot of these people that you see online are lying. Oftentimes, like a lot of the brands that you see, are actually doing, 6 figures a month or even $1 million a month, 7 figures a month. Oftentimes, you can't even find out who the owner is, or the owner is probably somebody who is not even on YouTube or projecting, what they have going on and whatnot. It's just realistic, and that's really just been my experience, being in this business for about the past 5 years. So when it does come to getting into drop shipping, it's definitely still lucrative, but it's a lot more competitive than it was, about 9 to 10 years ago. I only recommend people actually getting into drop shipping only if they actually have, as long as if you got a budget. And I personally, I would say that you need a budget of at least $10,000 to $30,000 to just spend on ads, especially if you're going to be focusing on Facebook or focusing on platforms like Snapchat. You could probably still get away with, running $5 a day ad sets. You definitely can't do it on TikTok. But just being realistic, it's gonna cost money to make money in drop shipping today. And you're probably the way the economy is moving, you're probably looking at paying almost $100 a day to get realistic and profitable results from drop shipping. And if you can't really afford to do that, you probably need to go get a job and fund that business. But here's what I say: it's so much easier to just focus on building a brand that is actual brand versus just trying to drop ship for some quick money or quick returns on your money invested. And the reason why I say that is because drop shipping is not really a great long-term business. That's why you see so many people in the drop shipping space end up, moving into the spaces of coaching. Because with coaching, there's no overhead. And there's more information. Most people want to know how to do things and actually do the things that's going to actually make them rich or make them money. I say that. And also for those who are watching this, just because you decide to watch 50 different videos on how to get rich with drop shipping, the reality is a lot of you guys are not probably going to get rich drop shipping. If anything, you might have, one $30,000 month or a couple $50,000 months, but at the end of the day, it's not a long-term sustainable business. Eventually, most people that you see on the internet end up going into coaching or end up building up an actual brand that people continuously buy from or shop from, because it's not really sustainable. Because with drop shipping, the negative thing about drop shipping, and this kind of made it kind of saturated, is that anybody can sell the product that you're selling, and anybody can spy on the product that you are selling. So, there's not really no exclusivity when it comes to selling certain products. And then a lot of them are sourced from the same manufacturers and everything, right? So the biggest thing you want to do is focus on brand. But personally, would I recommend somebody starting drop shipping? I would say no. You'd be honestly better off and more profitable starting off like, a clothing brand. The clothing niche has always been booming in the e-commerce space, or just a traditional business that, I say, is not, that it can't be necessarily sourced, because it's kind of hard with clothing brands and scaling clothing brands. It's kind of hard to copy somebody else's design that comes from their head and whatnot. It's possible, but it's very hard to do. So, yeah. Personally, I wouldn't recommend getting into dropshipping in 2023. I recommend starting your own brand, and doing what it do. Like, purposely, for me, I have my own perfume brand, along with other cosmetics and whatnot. Something that you don't really see every day. And, it's profitable as well, too. So, yeah. If you guys actually need, a digital marketing company for your clothing brands and you need help scaling, or even shoe brands, any e-commerce brand, regardless, we can help scale. In fact, I actually am working with a brand, and by the time this video is coming out, I'm actually working with a brand who's at least doing like, $700 a day, and they actually want me to work with their other brands. So that's good stuff. We also got brands that we work with, that's doing like 6-figure months. I'm really excited about that. But yeah, if you guys need mentorship, let me stop. I'm not doing no mentorship. But if you guys need help scaling, and need a digital marketer, definitely book a free consultation in the description below. We can talk some numbers and get rolling. Peace.